then they are going to struggle. For some reason, when I said clean, I was worried that the name was clean, and I was making a really bad pun. So I just kind of second guessed and just, hidden the hole. But anyway, you now see the
Damn
entire
puns.
drafts. Like, when you look at Moneymakers, there's Frost Armor, there's Grave, there's Terrorize, there's Shadow Step, there's Boat. Like, all of their heroes have a way of either being tankier after the initiation or turning around to play. And then for Radiant, they got Blink Centaur, Blink TA, Waveform Morphling, Teleport on Prophet.
Everybody's very mobile.
Like, it's very mobile. So it's like one team is super like sustainable once they're online, and one team's like super fluid in and out of the fight, right? And it is kind of fun to see the two types of lineups going at each other, and we'll see if Team Klee can execute as good as they did in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely favoring them after Game 1, and from what we've seen from them so far, Moneymakers just haven't really put up much of a fight against anyone yet, so we'll see how this game ends up going. Zayat might not be on the Treant Protector this time, but still going to be able to spawn Treants on the Nature's Prophet, so make of that what you will. You know, Lay's being chased down here. Lucas, Bignum, Warwick, still chasing Lays. Turns around with the Stomp. It's not going to be able to save him, though, especially with that Poison Touch upon him, and that'll be a first blood going to Lucas.
It's good hero to give it to, isn't it? Nice little Spectre first blood.
Yes, a bit of cash injection. Don't hate it. And, whoa, Zayat, he's coming on this one as well. You saw that and you decided you wanted a piece. Well, you're going to get a piece, my friend. Damage coming in. Bignum's going to grab this kill. Now Warwick, well, didn't get either of those, very sadly for him. So not starting the lane at much of an advantage, but nevertheless, still going to be have a little bit of XP to boot.
Yep. He is going to be half a level higher due to the couple kills, which will help out. Of course, Dazzle versus TA. You'd expect Dazzle to be pretty well. Wait, what? How does Morphling... What? Morphling dies?
Yep. Apparently so.
He was fully agi-shifted. He just didn't press strength shift when he was taking any damage. I mean, no one's to blame for missing that one. I think Cammy just maybe...
blundered.
We might get a pause in a second. Binds.
Yeah. That old chestnut dash ping in the old chat.
There we go.
Yeah, I think he might have
It was
got
probably
caught
just a
out by,
tiebreaker when he wasn't expecting, is my guess.
Yeah, because as we saw there, it did do a lot of damage. And yeah, offlane conquer, by the way. So a lot of things going on in this draft, which are a little bit kooky, a little bit fun. Moneymakers really trying to rock the boat a little bit.
Wait.
Yeah. Little pirate-based joke. For you water enthusiasts out
Don't
there.
worry, we're like an hour away from a 12 hours Eastern European ordeal.
It would be a shame if we don't get there.
Yeah, that's true. It would be a nice little milestone for the day for us.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Spectre starting things off with the first blood, definitely going to help out, but still a pretty formidable lane to play into. The harassment from Lays and Zayats is, well, it's severe, so not going to be having a great time in the top lane regardless of whether you got first blood or not.
Yeah, it also looks like Slayer's playing a little bit sacrificial on his Lich, playing off of the pool camp, trying to give as much XP as possible to Lucas. The trade-off will be he is just going to get right-clicked a lot by this Nature's Prophet, and going for the second point in Sinister Gaze. Oh, they're just dead.
Just going to die. Yeah,
He had a
stepped his mark
really
just a
big
little bit. It's not about how big the stick is, it's about how you use it, unfortunately.
And he used it really well. It was really impressive.
And Lane's just kind of having a good time. Warwick, he's going to go down, and that was a TP death as well. Oh no, it's going to be a walk of shame back to the lane for Warwick as he dies on the rune spot. Once again, the threat of the Nature's Prophet is just always so severe. You can't underestimate it. Slayer trying to do his best to stop Youngji from going for this water rune, but can't really do anything.
I feel people always underestimate how much damage Mel does, right? Reducing 5 armor on a level 1 spell, for some heroes who only have like 4 armor, 3 armor, right? You're in negative armor straight off the bat, right? That is insane. I think Dazzle has, 4 armor. He's currently getting more because, of course, tower auras and stuff. But
yeah, and add in a Nature's Prophet with 36 bonus damage on top of that as well, all physical. You can have some issues. Always got to be ready for that one. So, yeah. Decent start for the side of Klee. Despite the Spectre getting first blood, she has been shut down a little bit up in the top side. And now, look at that kill on mid. Things looking alright. And, of course, Cammy making that mistake and putting them a little bit behind in the bottom side. And you can see every time he goes Agi, you just see Pantimos like running to the wave, looking to try and land another tide, bring a kill on him. He's not going to fall for it twice, I hope.
You think? 2 seconds, like, bam! Oh.
Yeah.
To be fair, every time we've said something with like a definitive, X-player has seemed to wander off on a weird tangent. So I think if we keep our points more open now, then we will preserve the curse logic that we do provide, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not as cursed as the gem earlier today. I don't know if you've been watching the entire day of Eastern Europe, but there was a gem in like game 1 of Series 1 where whoever held it died like 2 minutes later on repeat for like at least 12 minutes of the game. It was very fun.
Yes, the tale of the cursed gem is one which you tell your children when they're being naughty. Then you hide a gem under their pillow.
Jesus.
Tough parenting, gotta be done. Slayer.
Spoke about murder and then you connected to... Okay. Anyways.
Till the end. We'll get away. There's a constant brawling down at bottom. It's super annoying. And super annoying for Cammy as well. He just wants to live a full Agi life, but he cannot live a full Agi life. He's getting Shadow Realms thrown at him. He's getting Tidebringers thrown his way. It's quite annoying. But in the middle lane, once again, the same combination. They'll rotate in. But Lucas gets the kill onto Zayat. How?
He probably daggered before as he was TPing, and then when he TP'd,
yeah.
the dagger would follow the entire way, is my assumption.
Well, I guess so. Fun stuff.
You know, so far, lots of brawling coming out, and I think it does favour Team Klee a lot, because they are the ones that want to make the first move. I think Morphling, even though he's been under a lot of threat, he did die due to not shifting any of his points. He is still eventually going to get that Morbid Mask, and I think Zayat is doing a really good job right now, just kind of elevating the lanes, right? He plays on the Meld Strike, he plays on the Centaur. It's just a lot of aggressive capabilities. And I think this TA needs to go for a shard relatively early in her build, like 1 damage item blink shard, because then if you ever get a silence on the Dazzle or a silence on the Willow, these are the things that offset how sustainable they can be throughout the fights.
Yeah, I was thinking about TA. She's got a lot of answers in her kit, and that would definitely be one as bottom lane Pantimos does fall. The constant harassment there from the Morphling eventually results in a kill with Zayat's rotation. He was doing a very good job of just messing with him, constantly just waveforming on him, clicking him, and yeah, gets a bit of revenge. Meanwhile, over on the top side, oh, look at the scan. It doesn't quite land onto Slayer, so they won't actually know that Slayer is here looking to steal the bounty rune.
Ooh, surprise.
Can he do it? It's kind of tricky with the Sinister Gaze. I think till the end might just grab it. And yeah, certainly will. Now Slayer needs to find a way out of this one. Does have a TP scroll available, so
can't use it though.
Should be able to escape. Although, okay, it's actually going to be till the end in trouble. Lucas comes in, but is he going to be all right? Yeah, they just want Slayer. They want the easier kill. Oh, it's going to take a while. In the trees, Leia's trying to find him. There comes a stomp. There comes a double edge, and they will be able to bring him down.
It's like both supports there. Like they kind of wanted to TP, but one has an Ink Swell and can stun, and the other one has a Spectre on the cards that can just jump in and help kill if needed. Pretty awkward, but the sacrifice you must make for the wisdom runes.
All wisdom comes with a sacrifice.
Knowledge. Sure, there's some terrible YouTube shorts about that.
Yeah. The wrong part.
I read a book every day.
Warwick, Big Num, and Slayer all gathering here for the Arcane Rune. And the Nature's Prophet even threatening TP in on this one as well. Even though he's in the neighborhood anyway. Goes for the D ward. Just finds the sentry, unfortunately. The real ward is way off in the distance. Doesn't actually... That's not even a rune ward, is it? I don't think it quite snipes it on the top side of the river, but... Yeah, TA going to go hit some neutral camps. Farm up some stacks while Sides takes over in the middle lane for a little bit. Always raise TP across if needed.
Already a 2,000 gold lead, though. Like the early pressure applied onto Kunkka, the fact that Dazzle's died, all three Klee cores are in 4,000 gold. That's going to help them a lot. I feel like 20 minutes, even earlier, like 18 minutes, they could look to go do Roshan, right? Some Yasha Morphling, just Meld Strike TA. If they wanted to try and just accelerate the game, they could. But also they have that insurance of the late game because they have two really big physical damage cores, and Centaur Grim are potent throughout the entire game. It's like this early lead, unlike previous drafts that we've seen from teams, like they aren't pressured to have to break the map or to have to end early, right? They can take it as how they see fit, and it will be interesting to see which route they do want to take.
19 minutes and 33 seconds is when TA will kill Roshan.
Ooh, I'm gonna go 22-17.
22-17.
Yep.
All right. We'll see how it goes down then. See you there.
And if we're not correct to the exact second, we will never cast again. Chat rejoices.
Raucous applause from Twitch chat.
Yeah, I know.
Lucas and Slayer not really been able to get a whole lot done up here in the top lane, but to be fair, it's a Lich Spectre lane. It's just super safe. You just want to farm up. Yeah, and Lucas is doing all right as a Spectre, honestly. In fact, he's doing well as a Spectre. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Spectre's a pretty boring laner. Doesn't really explode into the game with any big oomph. You just kind of want to limp your way up to a blade mail, and then you can start hitting some creepies.
Zayats, the map moves he's made, 2, 2, and 3 already. He's only 800 gold away from his vessel. That is going to be a really, really good timing. They throw the ultimate out, and it looks like they're trying to kill Lucas in the top lane.
They absolutely are, yeah. Stick being used by Lucas here, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep him alive. He's going to try and shadow step across. It's cute, but it's not in. No, it is enough. It gets him away. All right. Very nicely done. Bignum gonna fall. Oh, that's a cheeky dagger, Lucas. No way. Jumps to the sideline, throws out the dagger, gets a new urn charge to go with it as well. Thank you very much. Very nicely done from the Spectre player.
Yeah, and look at that. So yeah, they uses the shadow step, able to disengage, reset, gets a kill, earns himself back up, back to farming. Yeah. This is the first time though that we've praised a player and they haven't instantly just fed seconds later. We broke the curse.
Head's just
Lucas, you've done it.
Minutes afterwards. Yeah. I mean, the great thing about Shadow Step and using it as an escape tool, which Haunt never gave you, is the fact that when you teleport to them, you fire out a dagger now as well. So that's kind of insane. It means you can just get that extra speed and fly off into the distance.
The trade-off is, of course, you do extra damage, but it's now on a cooldown, so you can't just spam yourself around the map and go, I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there, right? It's a little bit of nerf, and now TA with the Blink Dagger reveals, and Lucas dies. So minutes later, after praising him, now, not seconds.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sorry, Lucas. Down he goes. That'll be a big kill up on the top side, slowing down the Spectre's progress. The only hero which is really having much of a game on the side of MoneyMakers. Come on, MoneyMakers. We need to see some Midases. Just because I feel like if we just see 2 games where you don't really build Midases and your team name is MoneyMakers, then come on, what are you doing? Stay on brand.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hitting this top tier 1 tower, already a 3rd HP. Oh. Try to step in. Nice soul bind to disengage.
Yeah, that'll just hold them back for the time being. Very hard to chase the Spectre when you're attached to your slow-ass Lich.
And Kunkka just TP's up as well. A little bit of a forced play here. And sure, you got level 6 on Lich and Willow. They're really hungry for a kill, but you've just lost your offlane tower, for free. This Morphling is completely uncontested. They need to find a kill here, and finding Grim is just not the one.
Yeah, I mean, they'll take it, but certainly not the cherry on the cake they were looking for.
No, it was very underwhelming for that amount of resources required to get the kill. And it's a little bit difficult, right? You've already emphasized the Midas, right? And the fact that they are just trying to make that sweet money, but the repercussion is what moves can they make, right? It's Kunkka and the supports versus the world, it seems, and Spectre will join if necessary, but This isn't some like Ags rushing Dazzle that's going to look for a fight. It's going to be a 25-30 minute Dazzle rather than the kind of pre-20 minute that we often see with mid Dazzles, being able to constantly spam out so many spells.
Dire's top
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Well, we did get that Midas coming out, but yeah, it's it's going to be a slow game. Honestly, I feel like they might just get run over. Klee have such an advantage, and they have so many opportunities. In fact, double damage rune bottled up on the TA at the moment. Shame she doesn't have the Deso already, otherwise, honestly, like, some major objectives could be already on the cards, but nevertheless, just going to keep on farming up like an absolute machine. Along with a Morphling as well. Yeah, these guys are going to hit a critical mass at a much earlier point than Moneymakers are going to be ready for. See, Radiant's queued up on the Spectre. Kunkka, we don't see anything yet. I imagine it's going to be BKB and Heart, something along those lines. Oh, maybe Aghanims, actually. It's a Kunkka after all.
I think I'd like to see Ags first.
Yeah, of course.
And then go for the Heart, but it's going to be a difficult mid game, I think, for Moneymakers. Kunkka needs to become that front line, but he also needs armor. So this is one of those games where it's like, sure, Heart sounds great, but if he has a Heart, he's still going to die to some Scardy plus Meld Strike Deso TA Morphling combo, right? Of course, the Deso being on the TA and the Scardy on the Morphling. But I think for Kunkka, he might need a casual plate mill, but then he wants the Ags for the team fight, but then he wants a Heart, and now we're talking about another like 15,000 gold for him to feel good. And that's still not great. And that's where my concern comes in. It could be a rare game where rather than going Blade Mill, he could have skipped it. He could have gone for some like Halberd style of Kunkka, like double bracer, Ags Rush, Halberd, go full for like anti-physical damage style like frontline. Could have been an option. Of course, it farms less, it's less potent, but it's hard to say in these types of games. But I think that there was a world where I think a different itemization choice could have been more optimal, but
yeah, I kind of agree with that. Meanwhile, I have Lays being the one aura carrier left in the game, Centaur Warrunner, going for the pipe. We see it every now and again. I mean, it's a fine pipe game. Just kind of makes you tanky as a Centaur.
It stops
Classic
Bedlam
combo.
from being useful, and I think the reason why pipe doesn't feel bad anymore is just because of how offlaners play, right? You buy Vanguard for laning phase, you disassemble, and then you use the ring to complete the pipe, and then you use the VIP booster then to eventually complete the heart. So for heroes like Primal, they can... I mean, they didn't really use it, but in offlanes, they used to do it. They would do like Heart and Lotus. Nowadays, they don't really care about this concept. For Centaur, we've already explained this point, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I think disassembling is a feature that could be explored more for items and stuff. I think it's kind of a cool idea. Like, rather than going for itemization in one line, it's only been in the last, like, I'd say a couple years that we've really been excited by, wow, we can do Vanguard into Lotus Heart, and we can disassemble the mask and do all this, stuff. Like, people really force it a lot harder, and it was probably done in the past for sure, but
which come to mind are obviously Luna. She's been a classic since the beginning of time. Mask of Madness into Butterfly and Satanic. And the one is kind of Sven. You have that maybe more in the Aghanim's day, but yeah, you've got the BKB options, you've got the Aghanim's options, you've got Silence Stick ain't even that bad on the hero. There's a lot you can do.
Just what I was waiting for.
How would the game change if they made everything disassemblable? Except Rapier. That'd be stupid.
Oh no!
Imagine, I'm about to die. Quick, disassemble. Don't worry.
It would make the game very messy. Like, already, like, disassembling mana boots to complete an Octarine core whilst you're holding your, like, 5 components plus more. It's like, just imagine late game trying to analyze that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Centaur's just disassembled his pipe. He's selling the recipe, but now he's disassembling further. No, I think
I absolutely despise building Bloodthorn just for this reason. There's too many. There's too much stuff in Bloodthorn. All right.
Your quick buy is just
relax.
all the items needed. Yeah.
I think Bloodthorn is still the item with the most individual components. I could be wrong. Wind Waker has been introduced since... I did a quiz ages ago, and that was the answer, but...
Yeah, okay, so Bloodthorn,
maybe
it's,
Wind Waker.
It's 4 for the Orchid, it's 2
it's way
for the
more than
Mage
Wind Waker.
Slayer, and then 3 for the Oblivion stuff, so it's technically 5 plus recipe.
There's nothing close to that.
It's a lot.
That's crazy. Stupid item. What have we got going on over here? Ooh, a stack. All right. Moneymakers. I see you. Trying to claw your way back into this game through a bit of economy. That's what we expect from a team with this name. Unfortunately, Middletail is being absolutely destroyed by this Templar Assassin with a double damage rune, so that's a trade-off you're going to make. Not a good one. Honestly, Desolator on the TA. Morphling pretty fat. He's got a Morbid Mask and a Yasha.
Roshan time?
Manta
Is that
pretty
what we're
soon.
thinking?
Yeah, I think we might both be wrong. I think they might even go for it sooner than we expected.
Wait, what time did you... I said 22:17. What did you say?
Said 1935.
Ooh, yeah, we're kind of... I think we're closer to you than tonight.
Perhaps.
Grimstroke.
But, they might just want to keep killing people. But that said, Grimstroke has taken a fall up in the top lane. Yeah, they use a lot to kill him, but they get him out of this area of the map, which is pretty important.
Just the Spectre Dagger just across the entire map. This is the line you're not allowed to cross.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those. I think he, like, shadow steps in and immediately out, which casts the dagger like that.
Yeah.
Pretty silly.
But you see from Klee, they are just posturing so aggressively at the 60-minute mark. It feels like the river has now been pushed to the tier 2 of the dire side, right? Like, they're just playing up in the face in practically all lanes,
that would be a
right?
change. The river moves based on the net worth percentage advantage. It just tears through the map.
I feel like
That's an amazing idea, actually. Val, you can have that one. It's on me. On the house. You're welcome.
7 months later, Dota has had to shut down the community servers due to a public outcry about GPU requirements to play Dota.
Ooh. Over in the middle lane, Bignum will be brought down. Yeah, tier 2s aren't safe anymore. It always sucks in the game when you're trying to play a support hero and your tier 2s aren't safe any longer. And you're like, okay, I can't even clear lanes for you guys. I don't know what I
Map
can
just
do.
doesn't feel safe. It's just
Nope.
Moneymakers, they've just drafted themselves into an awkward spot because Kunkka likes to soak up damage, but he can't. Willow and Lich always want to try and find kills, but they don't have a core player to do that right now, right? Kunkka doesn't run into your jungle and kill you. He kind of walks there and soaks a bit. Spectre wants to find fights. Dazzle can't find fights. It's all round the place right now, and Dazzle's getting jumped.
Yeah, he is going to try and TP out. Not going to work, though. Zayat's going to grab that kill. Kunkka just wants to get himself away. Bignum looking for the ultimate, but in comes the Stampede. They're using it to get on top of Slayer. They just want to get the easy support kills, but Till the End has gone in a little too late. I mean, it's a decent enough Inkswell with the Soulbind. It might set up for his team to follow up and get more, and it certainly will. Lace jumps in. In comes Cammy, sliding in from the sidelines, and that's going to allow him to bring the kill onto Lucas. One hero left alive, but not for long. Down goes a Dark Willow, and it is a 5-man team wipe from the side of Klee. Goodness gracious me. These guys are showing absolutely no mercy.
All the movement in this draft is crushing Moneymakers. Dazzle tries to stand his ground. He grave TP, doesn't go off, and then at that point it's just run through. Who cares? And the tier 2 is now getting beaten down. You've got the Manta complete on the Morphling, already one ultimate orb towards Skadi. We've already mentioned the fact that TA has Deso with 6 charges of the corruption. Or Soul Stealer stack, sorry.
Soul Stealer. Yes, indeed.
I've never said Soul Stealer in my life.
I'm going to try and use it every game now.
That's good content for pro players, by the way. It's please tell me what Soul Stealer does in Dota 2. And they'll be like, is that Shadow Fiend? Oh,
Slayer.
they're all dead. They're just dying. They show and they die.
They are just dying indeed. 15 kills, 15k net worth advantage on the side of Klee. There is a little... I don't know how much fight we have left on this Moneymakers team, honestly.
They don't care about Roshan either. Like, they're just getting so many kills.
They
It's
really
like
don't.
a non-factor. We're about to get past the unfortunately, your 19-minute prediction.
Fuck. Damn it. No, this is something which someone talked about. Someone smarter than me talked about. Where if you have a team which can take all the outer tier 2 towers out before you get the Aegis, then you can speed the game up by like 10 minutes.
Yep.
Lucas. He just shadow steps from one problem into another, unfortunately. You think it's safe, and it is not. Chain Frost going to come through. Should result in the kill onto the Centaur. As tanky as he is, he's not invincible, and he will end up going down. So they get something, whilst the TA was trying to look to set up to steal the Tormentor, but with all the heroes dragged over here, realizes that probably not something you can be doing right now.
And luckily for Moneymakers, this streak, it goes to Kunkka. How many times do you see it where, like, the Lich or the Dazzle will get that?
Yeah.
Sorry, the Willow, sorry, will get that accidental kill snipe on a big streak. That gives them the Aghanims. That's at least one
That's huge.
aspect of teamfight that they can now lean on. Not saying they have any other form of damage, but there's something. Okay, I feel like after your Centaur dies, if you're Radiant, you basically go, boys, now it's time for Roshan, question mark? Or like tier 2 into Roshan, maybe around 22 minutes and 17 seconds you should do Roshan? Klee, thoughts?
No, that would be smart.
In like a minute from now?
Seems like the ideal time.
Yo, I'll be so buzzing. We're kind of close
They
to it.
really want to take this bottom tier 2 tower first.
Yeah, I mean, they can do it in a minute. Come on. Yeah, Lich Armor's going to buy some time. Come on, boys. Come on, TA. Go Roshan. Come on. We're so close to my... Come on.
She wants to.
Come on. Oh! Can they do it in days? Oh, TA, no.
She doesn't want to.
No. She can do it. She can do it. 27 seconds. 27 seconds.
There's not a chance. You're close, but you're wrong.
Come on. 17 seconds, please.
There's no shot they kill
16.
it in 10 seconds flat.
But it's not. Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh. It's going down
7
quick.
seconds. Ooh.
7 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh, come on, but can I
It's incredibly close. It is incredibly close. Like, it's still very impressive, but
I was 10 seconds out.
we still have to retire after this game, but yes.
Is there not like a 10-second leniency in these predictions?
I mean, we never said
I will
it,
retire
so
after. It's fine. I'll retire from casting this series after this series ends.
Invisibility.
Oh. God, what a. Damn, I'm chuffed. I'm very chuffed.
Good job, mate.
Thanks,
good job.
mate. You did good too.
Thanks.
I mean, because of your prediction, you helped me predict better.
Yeah, I pushed you out a little bit.
No,
You didn't want to be too close.
That.
Oop. Jump in deep onto 2 heroes and caught them trying to hide under their ward. Down goes one. Bignum trying to get himself away from this one. Should be able to survive through this. Cammy trying to get him, but he's kind of stunned up at the moment, but he's got the Aegis, so Moni's free. He's probably going to chase him down as Young G force spot the BKB as Lucas tries to jump the backlines. Does kill off Zayats, but dies himself. Ooh, Lich. He should survive this. Cammy can't reach him. Oh, they're so good at keeping up as well. 18 kills, 18k gold advantage. You love to see it. Such a symmetrical team. I feel like they might be jumping up to 19k gold, though. Oh, Cammy expertly navigating the bramble maze. Just not hesitating. He's not even... He's like, sure, terrorize me. See what I get. I'm not stopping the hits. Oh, or I might just kill you. A lot of damage coming away off the Willow. Cammy quickly turning into the Dazzle there. He's just waiting. He's just waiting to see if there's an opportunity to maybe waveform in aggressively. But no, waveform's down to the low ground. The Dazzle, he's come very far forward onto this one. Lays gets title, bring it back, and he's just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to use that chance to get off a stun. Still taking hits on the front lines, but doesn't seem to care as Slay is just dead on the side. And Warwick running out of health as well. Does have another grave available. Should he get into difficulty? Nice ultimate here from the Conquer. The Water Park's doing the work. It's going to bring down the Aegis, and also Lay's going to fall as well. Can the Morphling get himself out? The fear is there, but he has got the waveform up to the higher ground to try and make this escape. It's tricky, But it's also a lot of health for them to get through, and they don't really have the damage right now. In fact, Lucas just kind of standing here with the Blade Mail, tanking hits from Cammy, but Cammy's got so much strength that he's not really too bothered about the Blade Mail. He might just be able to kill him off regardless. Young G and Zayat's coming in from the side to help out as well, and that's going to be enough to kill him off. Down goes the Spectre again, and that is just not good. They try and chase, and they get punished for it hard.
And I think at least for my the glimmer of hope, because they get to defensively position, they kite out the fight long enough, but in reality it's like, sure, okay, Lich bot back for Klee, reset, go again. There's no cooldowns on this lineup. They're going to run at you again. They're going to try and punish you. And I think if you're Klee, there's a little bit of respect towards that, the high ground maybe, with no Aegis. It won't be as quick to go, but a nice smoke and a pickoff will probably remedy the awkwardness of going high ground. The fact that they had that big of a lead and they still can't go high ground is just testament to how hard it is right now in the patch. And Kunkka.
And Kunkka, yes indeed. Meanwhile, till the end, he's just always very, very aggressively positioned. 2 and 6 on Grimstroke is a lot in a game where you're being so dominant, but we'll let it slide. Also, what is Zayat's buying? He's got about 4k gold in his pocket.
It feels like Hex gold for sure. But also, if the game gets weird, and I don't mean weird as in bad, I mean more like it gets a little bit easier, he could just become a core, right? Just buy some right-click items. That is the perk of being position 4. There's like no obligation to have any utility impact at all.
Well,
if you're that type of 4 player. This isn't Na'Vi, mate.
Yeah.
Can't believe Na'Vi bought Dagon 2 games in a row, 2 different players, 2 different roles. Stem.
Yep. See you later, Slayer. A couple more hits will be required. Drops a Chain Frost down onto Lays, which he will very kindly bring over to Young G, who's very grateful for that. He wanted to be stunned, take tons of damage there. And there you go. Inkswell cancels the TP.
Stomp, stomp.
Hello. Oh, grandpa reactions. Shadow Realm is an excellent disguise, just blending into the tree line there. Cammy gonna be hitting some creeps. That's the thing, he's just farming like the enemy ancients like this entire game. Completely by himself as well. He doesn't give a damn. Hello, Lucas. Whoa! Just immediate shadow step across. Now the dagger as well. Doesn't matter though. They're on top of him regardless. See you later, friend. It is just absolutely ridiculous. It looked like he overreacted to that. You know, the instant shadow step, just pure freak out. But that's what has to be done, and it still didn't save him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
God, what a smackdown this game is. 22 kills, 23k gold advantage. Ooh, dial it back on the money there, guys. Whoa, 24. Oh, 25k. All right, that's getting out of hand.
In respect to being dead, they can just walk around, do whatever they want. There's no fear of some weird jump. And I say fear very loosely. Prophet does die top to a Dazzle Willow gank.
Yeah, Zayat's being a little bit up in their faces. Cammy, meanwhile, just takes the range barracks. Now, 50% of their barracks gone on the side of Moneymakers. Huge disadvantage for them. They've only got 1 play left, really. What's it going to be? Run in with Kunkka, use all your abilities, and see what happens. Feels like the best attempt they can get.
The line's been drawn by Zayats once again. It does feel like he's a very vocal player. When you do look at the minimap and kind of what he draws. In the tree game, he was saying where he wanted to play. And now in the Prophet game, he's telling his team what they need to do. He TPs in. He farms camp. And then he smokes up and goes to where he drew. And of course...
Yep, Aghanims was a choice from him as well, so... Annoying Aghanims. Very, very annoying.
It does look like they're kind of on the way to bumping into a Dazzle or a Spectre. They are aware of this high ground ward though. They did ping out earlier. So if they're to place a sentry here, they will reveal their smoke. So a little bit of discipline to not do that would be advantageous. Oh, okay. Psych. They just do it anyway.
Just kidding. Do it anyway. Find the Dazzle anyway. Why not both? Why not both? Spectre immediately TP's out. Doesn't want to get caught in that one as well.
It's one of those moments where it's really important when you're smoking to not place sentries if you know there's not a fight close, because if they have ward sentry down, you instantly reveal your position, right? So you need to make sure that your warding is for the purpose of the smoke and the fight, rather than just support muscle memory.
Me support, me D-ward.
Exactly.
Big Nim is just going to be able to TP out from that one. His courier, meanwhile, not so lucky. And in we go again. No Aegis, no problems. They don't really care. They don't really need it. They can slowly siege this one. Any difficulties, they've got a Stampede. Actually, they don't. They've got a Pipe, though. That's nice. Just generally, though, lack of threat from the side of MoneyMakers. No poke whatsoever. Yeah. That tidal wave coming out a little bit too late. Meanwhile, on the top side, Cammy already starting on the top tier 3, but the Roche dinner bell is sounding. And the team, they're hungry. They're going to start setting up for Roshan, I imagine. With that Aegis, I don't know how MoneyMakers stop them just running in and taking the final barracks. We've seen some high ground pushes go horribly wrong this game, but oh, never mind. Roshan might be unnecessary. Double damage Morphling.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh. Smoke does break. They know where they are.
From the beginning of time, it always comes forth. Nothing's more broken than double damage Morph. That's MoneyMakers. Smoke does pop. Till the end. Jumping in. Time together. Soulbind catches out both of those heroes. I was about to say supports, but this Dazzle's not a support, even if he dies like one. Oh my goodness. It's just instant. Double damage popped, but not even hitting a single hero with it. Didn't even need to. Time for the top side, maybe. I'm surprised MoneyMakers didn't just tap out after that one, to be honest. That was such a brutal play.
I mean, it's the position of the series, right? The loser of this series will be eliminated from the closed qualifiers to go through 2 days. Actually, for MoneyMakers, it was 4 days of open qualifiers,
yep.
And Prophet does die. Instant buyback.
Yeah, they want to put an end to this one, that's for sure. Palantimos gets dropped like a rock, is up on the high ground. The illusions doing a little bit of work. Meanwhile, Willow threatening with the terrorize. Doesn't want to just throw it down, but maybe should have. Oh my god, the crit's just doing so much work. The Lich surviving for now, but never mind. Lace comes in from the sideline. Stun is there. The damage is in. GG is called. And game number 2 goes to Klee, making it a very nice 2-0 from them. Honestly, pretty sick performance from them. They owned.
Yeah,
They just owned.
I think Klee is like probably